it is additionally adding cost to the project, right? So that cases, if anyone using more credits, then that case the concerned person will automatically get the email notification, so that admin people, they will contact him directly why your credit crossing the limits. We have to justify the proper reason. Okay, so this email authentication and multi-factor authentication, which means mobile number. So mobile alert also they can maintain it. Okay, so here this is the Snowflake account, NMA76357. Okay, and the organization it is giving, and the edition is enterprise edition. Which edition we are using? Enterprise edition. And this Snowflake is hosted on AWS, which means cloud. AWS, Amazon Web Services, we are chosen. And the reason is US, not Virginia. Okay, if you are not remembering which host and which public cloud platforms you are chosen, you will get the information by clicking on the drop down here. Okay, so you may get doubt, so where these all are Snowflake development activities. So the Snowflake admin activities will come once you click switch into account admin. So when the moment you click into account admin, a new account tab get enabled in the application toolbar. Okay, see, earlier this account tab will not be available. So only account admin people will have this account tab. Could you please mute? Okay, so only account admin. If I'm having a admin access, then only I can able to switch to account admin. If I don't have access, I cannot able to switch to account admin. So in the account, when the moment we switch to account admin, a new account tab get enabled. So once you click on account tab, you will get all the account admin related activities here. Okay, so only account admin Snowflake admin people can access the account tab. Okay, so we will discuss in detail Snowflake account admin. And so far, anyone having any doubts here? Okay, so please heading, what is the unique features, or what is unique about Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse? So this is the interview question. What is unique about Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse? The first one is auto scaling, and the second one is zero copy cloning. The third one is time travel. The fourth one is multi-cluster virtual warehouse. Multi-cluster, CLUSTER, multi-cluster virtual VIR, TUAL, virtual warehouse, VAREHOUS. The fifth one is all data is compressed. Comma, encrypted and stored in columnar format. And the next one is, so as I said, Snowflake is software as a services. So what do you mean by SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS? So we should know these three differences. I'm just giving high level. PaaS means platform as a service. You can make a heading. PaaS, platform as a service. It provides hardware and software tools available over the internet. And people use those tools to develop application. Okay, so I hope everyone aware, if anyone want to increase their laptop or system RAM, they can go and buy virtual RAM in online, so no need to buy a physical RAM. So why the markets are offering this kind of feature is, for example, if you guys are working uh, any big softwares and you need to increase your laptop RAM for a while, which means 1 month or 2 months. After that, you may not use those top software continuously. So those cases, what they will do is, they will give a virtual RAM for you. So you can buy it in online. So that, for example, if your laptop RAM size is 2 GB and you want to increase it to 8 GB or 16 GB, so accordingly they will charge monthly and quarterly, half-yearly, yearly. They will charge based on your subscription. So once you pay it, they will support. They will give the virtual RAM to your laptop. So once you log in it, so whatever the activity which you are doing, it will consume the virtual RAM while using those softwares. Okay. So here you may get a doubt. What will happen if my laptop doesn't having RAM? If the laptop or any server or any system doesn't having a RAM, then we cannot reboot the system. Okay, I hope this is a basic, everyone aware of it. Okay, like that. Sorry. The same way in enterprise organization, like very big organizations, they will go ahead for this virtual ramming. So whenever they want to get the historical data, so that cases, if the RAM size is not sufficient, and they want to increase it, then they can't physically go ahead and increase it. So for enterprise organizations, it's not a big deal for them. They won't go ahead and buy the virtual RAMs. For small scale startup companies, they will look for this virtual RAM sizes. Okay, so this is a kind of platform as a service. They will provide the support virtually via internet. Okay, and software as a service, SaaS, software as a service. Software is available over the internet. Software available over the internet for users and pay fee in monthly or yearly, etc. So here Snowflake is comes under SaaS. So it is a software which is available over the internet. So how much we are using, accordingly we will pay to Snowflake. If you are not utilizing the ID, then Snowflake will not charge anything. But other softwares, it doesn't matter for them whether your ID is utilizing or not. We have to pay to them, which means the cost is fixed per user in other softwares. But in Snowflake, cost is not fixed. So how much you are utilizing, accordingly we will pay the amount to Snowflake. And the last one is infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. LaaS. It is completely cloud-based services. Pay as you go for services such as storage, networking, and virtualization. Okay, so this is comes under AWS, Azure, GCP. This all under comes under infrastructure as a service. Okay, so few of the companies, they will offering you for network related issues. No need to uh, in any company. So in olden days, what will happen is this system admin or network admin people, they has to physically exist in the organization. If anyone is facing any issues in network related, or if anyone facing any issues from the softwares in their own system, then the person has to come and they will look and they will fix the issues. But nowadays, you can monitor all the activities, whatever it is performing by the consumers from different countries. You can control everything from your home. So either network issue or connection issue or cable issue or out of memory issue or the visualization issues, like few of the softwares, if the version is not upgraded, then what will happen is whoever is up to date, those people, they can able to view the invoice or billing related informations very clearly. So whoever is not updated their softwares up to the mark, so what will happen is the data, they can't able to view it clearly, and the documentation, it won't be converted automatically. So those kind of issues they will faces. So how this server side admin people, what they will do is, from the server side admin people, they will log in it. So whoever is connected to the server, even some 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 3 lakhs people, there is no limitation here. So they will push in the backend from the server side once. So whoever is working in a real time, so you guys may get automatic pop-ups automatically without our manual action. It will take system takes the few updates, and it will ask the restart of the system. So which means which is controlled by server admin people. So no need to come and they won't verify from your laptops. Okay, so this is the infrastructure as a service related activities. So I hope everyone is clear what is SaaS, PaaS, and LaaS. Okay, and some people they will call it as 5-star cloud data warehouse. Why people will call 5-star cloud data warehouse for Snowflake is, you can make a note. This is an interview question. Why Snowflake is 5-star cloud data warehouse? Point number 1, true separation of storage and compute. The second one is zero copy cloning. The third one is data share. The fourth one is memory cache. And the fifth one is time travel. Okay, so you guys may get doubt. So how till all organizations, all other softwares, why these features is not available? Why Snowflake only these features is coming up? Okay, storage. I'll increase the font size. Storage and compute. Compute in the sense process size. So what will happen here is the storage and compute. So if you use any software, whichever the software you are comfortable, Oracle or Teradata or SAP, Mango, any databases, any software. So we need hardware setup and the storage capability. So based on the organization company, what areas the company involvement is there, and in future is there any plan to go ahead with or investing some different sectors. So they will calculate all the thing and they will decide the hardware budget and the processor size. The processor size and the storage, it is very very huge to any organization. So you just imagine, for ourselves, for personal purpose, we will look for i5 i7 processor and decent storage like 1 TB, and RAM. Everyone can expect minimum 8 GB, and some people they'll expect minimum 16 GB. So sometimes whoever is doing gaming related activities, sometimes laptops also hang. So imagine such a big organization, how they will dealing with huge volume of the data, and as well as in a single server it is connecting n number of people. So it is really difficult to maintain the server, right? So, and the storage cost. Today we invested a lot on hardware setup, and after 5 years, so whatever the amount we spend it on this hardware setup, that will be get completely outdated. So what the organizations will do is they will take the servers as a backup. That's it. They can't sell it. No one can buy those servers. Okay, so they has to invest a lot of money on that. So if I want to buy to invest some 1 lakh crore on hardware setup, So I'm telling about the mid-range organizations. For server, they will charge too much. So after 5 years, nowadays the data volume is increasing in an exponential manner, right? So after 5 years or 10 years, the data volume and usage, users, customers, vendors will increase in exponential manner. So that case, during after 5 years or 10 years, this the amount whatever they spend is completely outdated. So imagine after 5 years or 10 years, if they want to go ahead for new hardware setup, then how much amount they want to spend on this hardware setup and the software and the renewal cost, auditing related activity. It is really difficult, right? So instead of spending 1 lakh crore on in a single sector, so why can't I spend some 5 to 10,000 crores on this IT budget, like softwares, and remaining 90,000 lakhs of crores money I can spend on different business sectors, right? So that they will save a lot of money. And by comparing to it is really difficult to manage liquid amount, right? So they can go ahead with different sectors, and they will invest more money on that. So that's where they come up with the revolution in the market, and every organization is looking for Snowflake. And it is whatever the amount you are using in Snowflake, so pay as you use. Like if the user ID is utilizing accordingly, Snowflake will charge that. If you are not utilizing that ID, Snowflake will not charge anything for that ID. So this feature is not at all available in any of the software still today. Okay. So for SAP softwares, I'm just giving an example for you guys. Once your ID is existing or created in SAP, it doesn't matter whether you are utilizing that ID or not. You have to pay in Indian currency 2.5 lakhs per year. In the first year, you have to pay 2.5 lakhs. If the user having more roles and he is involving in all the areas, then accordingly SAP will charge more. So I can say till today SAP is the costliest software in the market till today. Okay, and every year renewal cost also there for every ID. So there are some certain conditions what to do, what not to do in SAP. If you are touching those functionalities, then Snowflake will ask the justification for that. So we should give in a proper reason in the especially in the auditing time. Okay, and the zero copy cloning. So this zero copy cloning, any software want to move the data from one system to another system, they will charge for that. And sometimes it requires some third party tool to transfer the data from one system to another system, even though if the same systems like Oracle system, let's take an example of Oracle or SQL server. So in the production system, I having some trillions of data, one table having some trillions of data. So I want, there is some issues in the table, and I don't want to run multiple times in the production system. I want to copy the data which is available in the production system table to development table, and so that I'll do my trials and errors in the development system, so that it will not harm anything to production system. So this case, sometimes third party tools required, or sometimes Oracle admin people, they will refresh the table data from production to development table. So for that, based on the volume of the data, accordingly Oracle will charge for that. But here Snowflake will not charge anything for that. It is free of cost. Even if you transferring one record also is free. If you transferring some billions and trillions of data from production table to development table, it will charge zero cost only. Okay. And data sharing. So data sharing here is, so if the person having access to share the data from one account to another account, then it is easy for Snowflake developer or Snowflake admin. They can share the data from one account to another account in Snowflake. For other databases, what will happen is, for sharing the data, there should be a dedicated team. So if you take any Oracle or SQL Server or SAP, there should be a dedicated team, Oracle basis team, Oracle administration team. So we have to take the permissions from them, and they will derive the roles and they will share the data. For that, Snowflake will charge more amount for that. So Snowflake will charge double charge. Guys, could you please mute yourself? Okay. Okay. So here, two times it will charge data sharing area. So in Snowflake, it will charge one time only. And memory cache. So memory cache. So for example, in Snowflake, so if I run a query on a specific table, and it will charge one time only. So if I execute, if I want to look for the same data n number of times by querying statement, so Snowflake will charge one time only. So when we pull the data from data storage layer, it will store in query result cache. So if I re-execute the same query, it will not go and hit the data storage layer. It will reuse the query result caches. Okay, so one time only it will charge. But other databases, caching concepts exist, but it is not working 100%. So still there are some lags, which means, for example, I have run a query. So this is the table, EMP table. I pulled complete table data. Assume I'm having some 1,000 records. In other databases, what will happen is, if you use the caching concept, so for the first time, whatever the records are available in EMP table, it will get 1,000 records. So after that, if I perform any adding any few records or deleting few records or updating few records, then if I run a query, still the person, if you enable caching concept in other database, still you can expect old records only. Updated record, we won't get it. But in Snowflake, what will happen is, if you execute the EMP table, same table, which is having 1,000 records, and if you execute the same query, you will get 1,000 records. Second time, Snowflake will not charge anything. But if you do any operations like adding one record or deleting or updating, then what will happen is, if you run query, Snowflake automatically can understand in the background, yes, there is some changes happens in the table. Then it will go and hit the database. You will get the latest data. Got it? This feature is not available in other databases. Got it? That is memory cache. and time traveling. This time traveling is basically in Snowflake. Uh, First, we will discuss about traditional databases. In traditional databases, what will happen is if someone is deleting or updating or inserting data in production table, so there should be a backup server. These people should work 24 bar 7. They should keep always monitoring whatever the operation or activity which is performing in the live system. They will take the backup of the server. Okay, so how many days they will maintain the backup data is, it may vary organization to organization. Okay, so here physically backup server we need, so they has to monitor 24 bar 7 every operation, every activity, every event they has to capture, and they should get store in the backup server. So here extra what we observe is we need additional server, which means backup server, and we need a team who is working on 24 bar 7, and in top of that they need one management team where they has to maintain these activities. So this amount is very huge, right? So if you look at time travel, this time travel what will happen is past 90 days whatever the operations you performed, that we can roll back. Okay, even Snowflake developer also they can get all the information till 90 days. Past we can travel back and we can get all the data. And what will happen after 90 days? Still data will be recoverable. Okay, by connecting to Snowflake support team, we can the after 90 days data also we can recoverable the data, but Snowflake will charge a bit extra for that. Got it? So these are the features, unique features uh, available when you compare to other cloud platforms or other softwares. So these features is not available in other softwares. That's why Snowflake is unique for other cloud platforms or other databases or whatever it is. Clear? Anyone having any questions? No questions? All clear? Okay. So I'm stopping my screen sharing. So I'm requesting everyone